Hello and welcome to another Overlord lore video and to another opportunity to milk Renner for content, like she milks Climb for content of another kind. But before we're going to take a look at how their future life could turn out to be, let me say thank you to all of my Patreons for supporting this channel. Furthermore, I say thanks to all users of the YouTube thanks function for making one-time donations. Also please check out my fantasy channel, it's linked down in the description. Now with all of that said, let's take a look at what Renners Level and her newly gained class of Imp implies, because Imp is a class that Albedo has also used as her base class, and given the fact that Renner is useful because of her genius class and her smarts, Renner should be free to develop her demonic side to her own interest. And if we want to know where all of this is going, we have to take a look at how leveling up works in Overlord. Because leveling up in Overlord works just like in Skyrim. If you use your one-handed skill, they will increase, sooner or later. And if someone would train to be a swordsman, then sooner or later the person in question would acquire at least a few skills in swordman and fighter-related classes. And given the fact that Renner has acquired Climb for a very certain and explicit purpose, we can assume that Renner will, through long hours, days, weeks, months, and years of practicing a certain skill, sooner or later acquire a level or two in succubus, simply by doing things a succubus is supposed to do. And naturally, the same might apply to Climb and his future development, because just like Renner, he will sooner or later become an imp, and therefore biologically immortal as well, which means he has lots and lots of time to level up. In terms of profession, Renner will take over a huge chunk of the workload Albedo is currently in charge of, or rather under, so the Prime Minister of the Sorcerer Kingdom and Floor Guardian Overseer can focus on other things, like for example spending more time with her search and rescue troop, that she had built up to, let's say, take care of any supreme beings she could find. But in turn this would render Albedo replaceable, because essentially much of her work will already be done by Renner anyway, so if Albedo goes against Einsulgon and deeply hurts him, his skilled and perhaps the memory of his friends, Eins might just decide to execute her or at least not to revive her, in order to not endanger the rest of the Great Tomb again. As for Climb, if he isn't tied up with a certain task or by a certain person, he might actually run into Sebas again, because remember, he knows Sebas from the 5th volume, where he raided the Eight Fingers Brothel together with the Butler of Steel and Brain Anglaus, and Sebas had actually taught him how to master or rather unlock another skill of his. And given the fact that Climb now is an imp, he might not be chained anymore by his human constraints, he might no longer be capped at gold, or the level of 20, so for the first time in his life, he could become mightier and more powerful than ever before. And Climb still thinks of himself as a bodyguard, so training and empowering himself could be how he spends the eternity with Renner, that is, if he is even allowed to leave the bedroom. And for Climb, I think it would be particularly heartening to see that people such as Sebas, Pestonia, or Nigredo exist within the Great Tomb of Nezarec, which again is a horde of demons otherwise. And if he's allowed to take a leave to the outside world, in order to go for example to the city of Irantel, just like Sebas was granted leave in order to spend time with Turare and to go shopping there, then he could even feel some hope and optimism again. Because from a certain point of view, Climb has also gotten everything he ever wanted. He's not only the bodyguard, but also the body pillow of Renner. They are now together, forever, and the entire eternity can be spent in pure bliss. And not only is he physically close to his beloved, but Climb also strongly believed that everything would be good and well in the kingdom of Riestais if Princes Renner had just been in charge, which, given the fact that Renner is being good and a golden princess just to impress Climb, this might have very well been the case. So once he is allowed to see the outside world and visit the wider Sorcerer Kingdom, Renner could say that she is tasked with administrating a huge part of it. Not of course with some evil plans and schemes, but with the wider administration of the Sorcerer Kingdom's more mundane policies. Climb would see how happy and safe the people are, and will attribute all of this to Rana's hard work and dedication to the people that are still living in the Sorcerer Kingdom. So once again, in a cruel, twisted way, Climb has received everything he ever wanted under the harsh hand of the Sorcerer Kingdom, which at this point is more or less a theme running through the entire story than anything else. And lastly, it is your turn. What do you think about Climb? What do you think he will experience and how he will behave in the Great Tomb of Nazarick and the wider Sorcerer Kingdom? What role will Rana play? And with all of that said and asked, I say thank you very much for watching, and special thanks to Arder Daddy Arder, Bad Guy Yee, Bad Burrito 316, Beezer, Ben C, Brandon D, Chrissy, Crowley 0221, Sia, Crystal Prime, Dead Slime, Death is Mercy, Deathless Dragonlord, Demon Xenomorph 1987, Devin Downen, Ding Dong, Duckwagon, Dunkler Krieger, Dystopia, Dystopia II, Enigmatic Unicorn, Feralshivan, Guy with That Head, Hector Marino, Hoss, Huster, Jacob G, Jana B, Jason, J. Morris, Chromius, Kyle R, Lee K. Long, Legendarius, Lelouch Britannia with a Mustache, Lexus Fox, Lord Nishikian Rai, Lord Touch Me, Love Razor, Mervek, Mr. Shoes, Mr. Tricker, Michael R, Michael Y, Nope, Oh Hell No, Normal Toad, Kill, Overlord General Gasper, Paddy Phantom, Personage, Primus 11, Q Nicarchos P, Shergox's Daddy, Shadow Lightning Wolf, Shrine Keeper, Super Tier Magic Batista Bomb, Supreme Cheese, Staris, Ted, Texas Deer, The Orc Warboss, Rocket Smasher, T.E. Wang, Vash Hawkeye, Vegito 27, Venture Fanatic, Wilhelm, Xenukai, and Zonagon. Thanks guys. Anyway, have a nice day, and I hope to see you all again soon on my next video.